Welcome back to Assassin's Creed 2. We gotta pick up some more birds.
Yay. I don't understand. Like, they actually did do pigeon things back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, how... Like, I don't understand how you could possibly stick a thing on a pigeon and expect it to get to your intended person.
Train it.
You train a pigeon to come to your house and then fly to some, like, mailbox.
No, you train it to come to a pigeon coop.
Okay, and then how do you... So you go to the pigeon coop, and then you train it to fly to another pigeon coop where you expect that person will then go and receive the message.
Yeah.
Why did they use pigeons?
Because they can fly. Can you fly?
But, yes, a little bit, sometimes.
A little bit?
Yeah, for a few seconds. But... wouldn't pigeons be so unreliable that, like, there's such a small chance that the pigeon's actually going to get it to the...
There must be some reason why they can rely on them, because it's such a common thing, like such a trope.
Yeah, but that makes me think, maybe, like, it could be only a trope, or such a big trope, because, you know, people are like, wow, that's so cool, they did it once, let's just make it a huge thing.
It actually only happened once in history.
Well, it could happen once, and then someone thinks, okay, let's put that idea in my movie, in my movie, and then people are like, oh, that's a big movie, let's put it in this movie, and then it's in everywhere. And
the next thing you know, horses have coconuts for shoes.
Yes, exactly. There's also sorts of myths people believe from back in the day that didn't actually happen, or maybe were a lot more downplayed than we think.
Like horses having coconuts for shoes?
Yeah. I don't know where you're getting that one from, but yes.
But I agree.
By what?
I don't know where I'm getting that from, but I agree.
Yeah. I guess, I don't know, people making the horse sound with coconuts, so yeah.
Yeah, because horses don't actually sound like that.
No. They actually sound like...
really boring, like footsteps.
Because
exactly... fun fact, you can actually go clip clop on dirt. Or sand. That's the logical extreme, really.
Just air assassinate this guy already.
No, you have to tail him.
I know.
You just wish you could assassinate him.
Let's just end it. Put us out of our misery. Put him out of his misery. He knows he's gonna die.
It doesn't, that's why he's still walking.
He knows that you're out on the loose, and if he's got anything to do with the Templars, he's gonna die.
What about the Templars that don't die in this game?
That's pretty much no one. Except some very minor people, I think.
And kind of a major one.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. But there's a reason for that.
Not a very good reason.
I know. I disagree with the reason, but you will see that in a little while.
This has been Ambiguous Spoilers with Apps Plus. Something just went horribly wrong.
Oh. What were you doing?
I don't know how I just managed to make that gigantic leap, but the thing is, it's some sort of glitch. Now we got a bunch of soldiers.
But we don't need to kill them.
Or do we?
Oh, what? How did you do that?
What?
Was that supposed to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. So can you target this guy, or you have to just... Oh, you sent in your thieves.
Yep. To distract them.
They don't... They kind of... What?
And of course that guy just doesn't notice, apparently.
Yeah, he's very intense. Deep in thought.
Yep. He takes training his guards so seriously, he doesn't even care if they're not there. And bonk.
And then they kind of...
Bonk.
think about fighting, but they're so shocked that they can't.
Well, they're still in shock after all those thieves ran off with the rest of their friends.
They wish they were at that thief party right now.
Yeah, that's what the thieves actually do.
Yeah, they go in and they say, listen, you can come party with us. We'll go to the brothel.
And they're like, no, we're on duty, and then they chase after them with swords.
And then they end up at the brothel and they say, you got us.
Oh, you thieves.
Oh, you wacky thieves. And then the show ends.
This is a show now.
Yep, and they play that nice 80s music.
Yeah, March of the Valkyries.
Yes, that's very 80s. Very typical 80s disco. Imagine, like, okay, let's think about this here for a second.
Where are you going with this?
People, nowadays, when you go to some event, they have music. Okay?
Yes.
If you went back in the day when they didn't have... The only music they had was, like, orchestras. Would people go to some fancy dinner and they just have a huge orchestra playing, like, some intense, like, Ride of the Valkyries or whatever thing in the background? And
No,
just,
they'd have a small little group of people, of musicians playing music, don't you? You see that all the time,
Oh,
like fancy parties
okay.
and stuff. They always have like a couple like cellists or something.
That's true. Okay.
Is it cellists or cellists?
I don't know. Cellists? I don't know. I'm just imagining, like, you're at this thing, like, you're at, like, okay, you're at a brothel, maybe, since I was talking about that. And you're, like,
an orchestra
you're with these women, yeah, and
they double as the musicians.
yeah. Flight of the Valkyries is going on. It's like this intense thing. Yeah, it'd be awesome.
You can throw them money either for them to dance for you or something, or for them to play music.
Yes.
Like they'll take requests.
Yeah. They're actually very skilled.
They'll play like a dubstep classic or something.
Yeah.
I think it's time to upgrade this villa some more. What do you think?
Yeah, really. Let's just blow some cash. We got a lot of it. 33,000 florins.
Yeah, I wonder how much that actually is.
Yeah, didn't we do or look up some conversion or try to or think about it?
Yeah, we might have thought about it.
Probably thought about it. I'm just gonna assume it's a lot.
Now, I already gave some tips on this before, and that is to focus on the bank, because that makes you more money faster.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't offer any other benefits, but yeah.
I think what this game does well to teach you is that the more money you have, the more money you have. You need money to make money, and once you got money, you just make more.
Yeah, as long as you don't spend it all on potions or something.
Or just throw it all to bards.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if you could... No, never mind. I wish you could just, like, stand in front of a bard, throw him enough money that he just becomes rich and goes and buys a house and lives a happy life.
Were you going to say, wonder if that would actually happen in the game?
Yeah, then I'm like, that definitely would not happen. But I wish it could happen. See, one day games will be that realistic that they'll have things like that programmed
It'll be so realistic that you'll be able to just throw money at a person so long that they become rich. That's how it'll work. They'll throw money at bards until they become rich.
You see them go buy some, like, fancy clothes and capes and go and buy a house and have, like, servants.
And have a long, enjoyable life.
Yeah.
Start a family, maybe.
Yeah, you catch up with him later, you know, have a couple of drinks by the pool and...
Yeah, games get really realistic in the future.
Yep.
Yay, more feathers. 27 out of 100. That's 27% completion, don't you know?
Oh, wow, that's good math. Do you think there'll be a point in time where games, they just kind of run out of ideas? Because, like, in the old days, they had so many limitations on what they could do in a game that there was always a lot more room that once they could, you know, have better whatever, they could add more and make it better. But there'll be a point where they can't even improve it anymore.
Well, stop and think about it. Didn't you ever watch that video about where they asked if we could ever run out of music? And
Yes,
it was like,
I saw that one.
Just making a 4-note melody, it'd take like billions of years to run out of songs. So I don't think it'd be possible to run out of complex ideas.
But, okay, maybe not, like, ideas.
Ideas
but
that
good
sell,
ideas.
maybe. Like, but the thing is, any idea can be good. Ideas are just ideas. It's not a matter of good or bad. It's the execution that matters with that.
I guess so.
Like, you can still have another. Like, you can make another assassin game that's just different. Like this time, it plays a platypus or something.
Makes me think of Phineas and Ferb.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you're too old.
I guess you are just that much younger than me.
All those, like, 6 months.
More than 6 months, about 9 months.
9 months?
There could be, a baby could be
8
born,
months.
conceived and born in the time.
The time since that you're older than me.
Basically, you were conceived when I was born.
Oh, that's a weird thought.
Yep.
Wow, actually, that's interesting.
Also, something about codexes.
Yeah, but this is more interesting, more important stuff. What are you doing now?
Ooh, counterattacking, finally!
So you could not do this before?
Nope, remember, this is the game where you start with pretty much nothing.
Ah,
You learn every ability one step at a time.
this is such a good one, too.
Which is why it's good we're learning it now.
Good, finally.
Now dodge.
Dodge, or doge, as they might say. It's funny.
Well, no, if they said it in this time period, it wouldn't make any sense.
Or maybe it would.
Would it?
It
But
could.
the context wouldn't make sense because Doge means something else, as we'll see later.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, alright. I see where you're going.
Disarm! Whack.
Oh.
Disarm is actually my favorite type of counter because it makes them so much weaker. So all I can do is punch you now.
You know what's the best type of counter? Air assassinations.
I'm going to ignore that.
In this game, can you air assassinate from very low?
I'm assuming. If anything, it'd be glitchier than ever in the first game.
Because like future games, if you're low enough, they just dodge you.
No, they dodge you no matter what if they're skilled enough.
Not if you're high enough. Trust me, I know. I know exactly how high on buildings to
Ballistics
climb.
training or what? You've measured the exact
I
distance.
have it. I'm not even kidding. You gotta go at least 2 stories and then you're good, basically.
Well, there aren't many 2-story houses in Assassin's Creed 3.
Well, get up on the 2nd story. It's usually good enough. It's nice to go 3 stories, you're guaranteed. For sure.
We learned stuff. Yay! See you next time.
Adios.